Now, for those of you who don't know much about the city of Eilat, know this. It has the most magnificent coral reef.
Me, including most of the people around the world, are extremely afraid of sharks, but we thought it would be a great idea to get up close and personal and see for ourselves.
Emmanuel in front of sharks? I'd like to see that.
So let's go.
Eilat is known for its stunning beaches with clear waters and magnificent coral reefs. But for those who aren't fans of getting wet, the coral world in Eilat gives you a similar experience while staying nice and dry. At the underwater observatory, we got to experience just a fraction of the unbelievable creatures that live in this sea, starting from colorful fish, beautiful stingrays, all the way down to leopard sharks. And here on Cruising Israel, you get to learn all about them. Let's start our tour.
Okay, so tell us what we're about to walk into and what we can expect to see.
We are going into the Red Sea Reef, and basically this is an exhibit of corals and fish of the Red Sea. This is what is unique about the Red Sea, to see all the fish and the corals, that some of them are endemic to the Red Sea, and we see them inside this exhibit.
So let's go check it out.
All right, let's go. First of all, I'd like to introduce my friend Shai. Hello, Shai. Shai is one of our divers that takes care of our corals. And basically, I would like to welcome you to the Coral Reef exhibit. This really is one of the biggest reef exhibits, and this is something that's very famous about the Red Sea. You can see the colors, and we can see everything that's inside this tank with the fish, and this is really how a coral reef should look like. We see the colors, we see the big variety of the fish, of the corals, and this is where people come. And we do have a feeding where the people come, and the diver has a special mask where he can speak underwater, and this is really how we can react with the people, with the children, and we do surprises, and this is where one of our highlights here in the park.
As Aviv begins explaining to us about the Red Sea Reefs, we get distracted by a very large fish that swam behind him.
What is that ginormous fish?
This giant fish, this is a Jacke Fish. This is from the big family of the tuna fish. And basically, these fish has been here for the last 18 years. And some of these fish here stay longer than the time that they will live in nature.
Efo Nemo? Where's Nemo?
A common misconception about sharks is that they are violent and dangerous to people and other animals. We passed by the shark exhibit here to observe and learn all about these interesting animals.
Sharks are not human eaters. We are afraid of them. You can see one of our stingray, the male one, has come to say hello to us. But basically, sharks are not these dangerous, vicious animals. This helps sell movies. This helps get rating, but this is not true. The sharks are victims. You have a better chance of being killed of just about anything else and not by sharks. Statistically, basically sharks are the senators of the nature, and they eat sick and injured fish. That's all they eat, only.
It's definitely a hard concept when you see them up close though. They look pretty intimidating to me. But that's what the shark exhibit is all about, showing us that fish are really friends and not always food. But just in case you do encounter a shark, Aviv tells us exactly what to do.
When we see a shark in nature and we start running and splashing, we're basically telling the shark, I'm an injured animal, come and eat me. When you do see a shark, stay calm, be cool, and basically tell the shark, I'm healthy, I'm strong, there's no reason to eat me. And these are the eagle rays that swim like eagles. We have vegetarian fish that help us clean algae off the walls. We have fish that eat food leftovers on the bottom. We have fish that swim on the top, as you can see there. We have the black-tip sharks. We have our hammerhead sharks. We have our sandbar sharks. We have our leopard sharks. And we have thousands of fish inside here. We also have cleaning fish.
On the other side of the tunnel lies the coral reef. Aviv explained to us its importance in the sea.
This is the reef side. As you can see, this is more colorful. The fish, all of these corals are real corals. And basically, this is how the reef should look like. You see all the fish are always between the corals. And this is something very important, why we always hear, save the reef, and the reef is important, because if we kill the reef, there is no place for this fish to hide, to breed, to eat, and basically to do all of the activities is around, inside, and between, and in the area of this corals reef.
We passed by a pool of baby sharks where visitors are able to learn all the little details about these mysterious creatures.
Here basically, first of all, we have the kindergarten, the nursery, where we have our baby sharks, trying to show you about, but basically this is where we're showing there's no need to be afraid and no around sharks, but again, he was scared. He is the one that...
He was scared.
He was scared of you. There's no reason of you being scared of him. And basically, this is where we're going to learn about their sight, about their hearing, about their swimming, and most important, how delicate they are, and we must continue to save sharks.
For any families who come with young children to the exhibit, there's an interactive center that allows kids to really learn about the animals in a fun and interesting way.
Smile, say cheese, say shark.
Shark.
Shark. All right, and we send your picture to the wall of bubbles. And basically this area, Emmanuel, is all about showing the people through games, especially for the children, all about the real things about sharks. They're not dangerous. As I said, they do not eat humans, and they're a very important role in nature. So this whole area is an interactive. We have games, we have videos, we have movies. This is our leopard shark. Her name is Leah. Leah, because of leopard. She is a sand shark. This is the only kind of shark that can rest on the sand without drowning. All sharks, other kinds of sharks, must swim 24 hours a day to be in motion. And basically what they do sometimes is they sleep while swimming.
Good for you, Leah. You've clearly got it all figured out. Sleeping while swimming. Wish we could sleep while working. Next stop was even a surprise for us.
Come, Emmanuel, come. Basically, I would like you to, this you can feed them, you can hold it, be careful, hold it like this. Basically, this is our green turtles. These are vegetarian turtles. As you can see, they're very underwater creatures, and basically what's very nice about them, that they are very, very gentle. Most people like turtles, but the biggest problem is that turtles are extinct or being very serious problems all over the world. We do breed these turtles here and release them to nature. We have a very world-famous project of breeding and releasing these turtles into nature, and all of the small turtles that you see inside this pool are basically these turtles. I will bring another turtle to here. I'll bring Hannah.
You were so beautiful.
You can see she has a shell on the top of her head. The neck she cannot put inside like a regular, but very, very sensitive. And this is what they eat in nature. They eat seaweed and they eat algae, and this is basically what is their diet. And here we give them, of course, lettuce, so we don't have to take all of this outside.
Aviv takes us down under to the underwater observatory.
One of our most important exhibits is the underwater tower, and this is something that's unique in contrast to all of the tens and tens of marine parks all over the world. Nobody has got an underwater tower, and basically we're used to going seeing fish in aquariums. When we really go down, we will be on exhibit. We do not feed or have any net, and basically we will see the fish in the real natural environment, and this is something that's very important.
Wow, we get to experience what life in the Red Sea looks like.
Basically what we see here, in contrast, we're in the aquarium, and this is something very unique, that we're inside the aquarium and the fish can come and go as they wish. And today they'll see that Emmanuel has come to visit, but they do not have to come here. We do not feed them. We have no nets, and this is really an underwater observatory. This is a real eyes to what is happening. We have fish coming here in the afternoon. We have fish coming here in the morning. You can see sharks. You can see sometimes turtles. We've seen whale sharks, and basically anything that is in the ocean can come here and do around that.
This underwater observatory is one of its kind. You really do feel as if you're the one in the tank. Next stop, we went to go pearl shopping.
We have an oyster here we bring from Japan. All of them dead, we don't kill them. How we get it, the pearl? The oyster live deep inside the ocean. They brain between open and closed. When something strange come inside the shell, they try push where they can't. In long process, we get it, the pearl. Now, still we don't open the oyster oil. We don't know the color. We don't know how it look like. We don't know how much we have, because sometimes we have also two. The oyster oil live in fresh water and salt water. In fresh water, which is here, we can get a year and a half, 2 years, one pearl. Salt water It's take very long process, take between 3 and 10 years. And usually the quality of pearls depends if it's saltwater or freshwater. Because when we open the saltwater, we all the time find the perfect pearl, which is more circular and shiny. And freshwater, we can get all kind of size. I'm gonna go open this freshwater pearl. We're gonna go see what kind of pearls we get it.
Oysters are my favorite things in the world.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go open. And there is a lot of countries that eat this also.
So that's
Okay?
what
Ah, really? You eat? Okay.
Yay!
Here we go.
Beautiful.
It's the pink one.
What better than to pick your own oyster, open it up to find a pink pearl, and then here's the best part.
You wash with the water and you can make anything. You can make a pendant, you can make earrings, you can make rings. We have all kind of gold.
And you place the pearls that you guys
Exactly. We have all kind of
That's so
design. All of them is Israeli designer.
I went with something that would remind me of this unique place. So for those spending a few days here in Eilat and feel like you didn't get to see it all,
We have a 3-day free ticket entrance, meaning when you buy your ticket, it is valid for 3 days. If you do not see everything on your first day, or you want to come for seconds or third, you're more than welcome. And this way you can enjoy different times of the day if it's too hot, or see the different feedings.
All right, so now that we got to see what kind of animals live in the sea, we thought we'd get a better look and join them underwater. Come snorkel through the Red Sea with Nat and I.
Eilat is known for its majestic beaches, with very clean, clear, and refreshing water from the Red Sea surrounded by beautiful mountains. This paradise has some of the best diving spots in the world, and today we came to Village Beach, where we got to speak with the owner and the professional divers. First of all, thanks for having us. Cheers.
Welcome to the village.
So here we're with the owner of Village Beach Eilat. I noticed that it's a very young, fun environment, music, restaurant you have over here, drinks, birot. When was it established? Tell us about the place.
The village was established 25 years ago because I remember that it was a place called Rafi Nelson. It was a village in Taba, and then we gave him back to Egypt. And we opened this similar to the place of Rafi Nelson. It was very famous.
The combination of Eilat's hot climate and tropical sea makes it the ultimate attraction for divers and beach lovers.
It's the most beautiful sea in the world. You see the color every day change, the color change. And then you see in the south is Saudi Arabia. So we have Egypt, we have Jordan, we have Saudi Arabia. And we live in peace. This is very important. And we're here to have a vacation. It means lay down in the sun, drink beer and dance.
So in the summer months, July, August, this place is very popular?
Yeah, in the summertime we have party every day, and we're dancing day and night.
Wow, sounds
You
like
are
a lot of
welcome
fun.
to see it.
There's a restaurant inside. What kind of food do you guys
We have
serve here?
Israeli restaurant, we have barbecue, we have famous hummus, and also we have a salad for the dieta people. And we have fish, beautiful fish also.
And the activities?
The activity, we can
Good.
snorkel, we can take a zap, on the water. Also, we have here the Satil, the attraction of diving. It's beautiful also. You can see it from upstairs, you don't have to dive. Underwater is beautiful. You've been there?
I've done it before, but I'm pretty excited to do it again. It's another
You
life
have to do
under
it. It's
the
beautiful,
sea.
beautiful, beautiful under the sea.
So, Manuel, you ready to go under? I'm ready. Before getting into the water, I wanted to get some information from the diving instructor himself. Why don't you tell us what brought you to this point to become a diving instructor? How long did it take?
Well, I came here already like 30 years ago as a young man, and I just fell in love in diving here, seeing all the reefs and the fish, and of course the atmosphere of being a diving instructor.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of unique fish in the Red Sea. What is the most unique fish that you've seen, or have you come across any sharks by any chance?
You can see sharks here in this part of the Red Sea. It's not so common to find sharks here, but occasionally we get the whale shark, which is the biggest fish in the ocean. You can't see it every day, but when you do see one, it's a celebration.
Now, if you've been to Eilat before and haven't gone snorkeling, you're definitely missing out. with many unique exotic fish in the Red Sea, similar to the ones that we've seen at the Underwater Observatory. We're about to see them up close. Trying to get the wetsuit on was probably the most challenging thing of this activity. Up until now, cruising Israel has been all about trying new things, and today it's about facing your fears. And after a few minutes of convincing, she came back in. I saw some of the most interesting fish I've ever seen in my life. A metallic blue looking fish about this big. How deep do you dive down the water?
Most of the time, dives are done to around 20 meters. Sometimes when you are certified to become an advanced open water diver, you can dive to 30 meters. And advanced divers, dive masters and technical divers go even deeper to 50, 60 meters and beyond, depending on the training.
I bet the deeper you go, the more interesting fish you can see.
Actually, not necessarily, because the coral reef grows richly in shallow water. Most of the colors and shapes and textures are found in shallow water, but special features can be found in deep water as well.
How is the temperature of the water? Is it the same all year round?
Okay, the temperature doesn't change a lot, but it does change in a few degrees centigrade. It's around 25 to 26 in the summer and around 21, 22 in the winter. The change is not so big, and the water actually accommodates for comfortable diving, all year around. When you dive in the winter, you need a wetsuit, a thicker wetsuit with long sleeves to protect your body from cold.
When you think of Eilat, you think of the Red Sea and extreme water sports, but it's not only always about that.
If you look this way, the mountains over there are already Jordan, and a little bit to the south, it's Saudi Arabia. So the opportunities here to visit many cultures are great. It's very easy to cross the border here to Jordan and see beautiful stuff, mountain canyons and Wadi Rum, which is very famous for sand dunes and sandstone mountains, and of course Petra. And if you wish to see the culture in Amman, it's also a couple of hours to Amman.
With sparkling clear blue water, snorkeling in Eilat is definitely an exceptional underwater experience. We're here in the heart of the desert in a place that's pretty similar to Gan Eden, or Garden of Eden, where rare plants are gathered from all over the world.
The owner has made a man-made rainforest with beautiful trails that visitors can come and hike on, and also plants that were mentioned in the Bible.
And it's the only rainforest in the desert.
This is definitely an interesting one. Let's go check it out.
Let's do it. With Eilat getting only rainfall twice a year, we were pretty surprised coming to a botanical garden. In the middle of a desert is an oasis with over 1,000 different types of plants, streams, waterfalls, and a man-made rainforest.
This one, it's from Thailand. It's the king tree. It's not allowed, yeah, it's from seed. Like everything for me, I brought to, almost everything is seeds. People bring me seeds. This is to make it's for drainage and aerage. This is the most important thing to do it. Also, all this area used to be buried under sea. So the ground is very salty. So everything in this area, every plant it has a drip that gives him water, because we don't have really rain here. Every drip.
If it used to be under salt water?
So it's tough. So what we do, you need to give it all the time water to wash the salt out.
Without watering these plants daily, they wouldn't survive a month in the heat of desert. The garden was created on the site of a former military outpost.
Before we went on this land, it was an army post until Israel made peace with Jordan. Then the army left. We left some remain. You see this sign? See this trench? Kids go inside and go to the other side.
Everything seen in the Botanical Garden was made by seeds. Even the wooden structures around the garden was all made by Eyal. Real-life treehouse.
Not nice?
And from inside the treehouse, you can look out the round window and see the Red Sea and the surrounding mountains. In this botanical garden, tell us about the different fruits that you grow.
We have here more than 100 types of trees of fruit, more than 100. Because we have many now disadvantages, but many advantages. The disadvantage is because we cannot grow all the things like apple or things that need the winter. We have the third most radiation from the sun in the world, in Eilat. Every tree here, the leaf will be smaller than in the same tree in the north. Over there, the sun, the leaves are bigger. Everything here, the leaves are smaller and they grow more crowded even.
In the south of Israel, it's much harder to grow plants than in the north. But this didn't stop Eyal. How long did it take you to grow this entire botanical garden? I know you did it from scratch.
17 years from scratch. When we came on the land, the first thing when we came on the land, we went to this valley. There was nothing here besides this tree. This is acacia tree. This is what's growing here in the wild. It was smaller and almost dead because above us they straightened the land and they closed the stream of him in the winter, so it didn't win the water. When we came, we have put 3 sprinklers. So she was growing very well and we saved that one and another one that we'll see now on the way.
Wow, it must feel nice to bring so many plants to life, so many trees, and this is a huge
For me, the fun is the seeds. You know, seeds is something, the potential, it's unbelievable. Avocado is a tree that I love. It's very hard to grow here. And I love avocado, I like avocado. Very hard to grow here. It's too hot for him. Maybe it's not as hot as the radiation is too strong for him. You just don't like the sun here.
That scares me. I think of all the people that don't wear sunscreen in Eilat.
Unbelievable.
Saying this is one of the 3 places that
Yeah. People say, I need to remember it.
So what would you say is the best plant, the best fruit to grow in these conditions, this weather?
Anything can grow here a lot, like mango grow here very well, all kind of strawberry grow here very well, also orange juice. Guyava, almost any tree. We have macadamia, so we have sapota, we have sapodilla, we have now we have jackfruit one. It's young though. We have japodica. We have from everywhere really, from Brazil, from India, from everywhere.
So what I do know about cactuses is that they can absorb a lot of water, which is why they could survive on the desert.
Yeah. This is the main reason. And the other reason that how they change the part of them from a leaf to a thorn, so they won't lose so much water.
They grow flowers on top?
And they have flowers on top. And they also have a very tasty fruit. When you take the flower, now it's ready, it's dry, but this part, now it's the seed. But before it was a small fruit. Animals like them. This is how they disperse them.
We finally reached the top of the Botanical Garden where you can see the breathtaking views of several other cities. Tell us what are the 2 cities that we see from here?
We see Aqaba from here. And she grows a lot in the recent years. And to the right, really, where you see the red sheep, over there it's Saudi Arabia. Even though they gave a small part of a port for Aqaba, because Aqaba don't have another sea, this is only sea. So they gave another piece of sea for another port. And Eilat, and behind Eilat, Egypt. Like it's a junction of 4 countries here. And this is also the narrow pipe of where the crossing of the birds. They're crossing this line really here. All the birds from Africa to Europe.
All the exotic birds.
You can see all of them here crossing in the sky. It's unbelievable to see it.
There is also a center at the garden where you can buy items like plants, flower pots, and seeds to grow from home.